Every afternoon I come to see you from the waist up. Over the counter, behind the potato salad, the soft cheesecake, slicing ham, your long fingers pickled. You lean into the machine, and sometimes your shoulders are all chipped china and chicken bones, holding no promise of warm suppers. And sometimes your shoulders are fine porcelain platters, reminding me of distances in autumn that I thought I had forgotten. I have never seen your hips.
What people forget is that John was a really funny guy.
Yes.
I'm going to read The Big Dog Bump, and Jim Dodge will read the next poem. This poem always reminds me of when I first met John. I had started a little magazine in Eureka. I think we made it through 2 or 3 issues. He had just arrived in Humboldt County. Had submitted an article which was really pretty far-seeing. It was about meth use in rural Northern California, but it didn't fit my hippie agenda, so I rejected it. But we stayed friends, and John was coming and going back and forth to the city, trying to make another life post San Francisco, post Mission, and post his run for supervisor in San Francisco, and post, I'm happy to say, Progressive Labor Party. Remember the Progressive Labor Party? They used to be the guys that just went to every goddamn meeting and broke it up, because it wasn't their agenda. That was John. The Big Dog Bump. It was a few miles out of Fortuna, a rung I've never reached and a stop I never need to make again. On a night when the wind has pneumonia, that's for sure. We were somewhere out of Fortuna riding the Big Dog bus, bumpity to bumpity, when 2 wires short-circuited in my head. There was a flash between my ears. Smoke sizzled out of my nose. And this crazy, petrified zoot-suit riff, which had been in a coma since Bebop went to sleep, jostled my brain into jumping back some 20 slick years. Honkety to honkety, honk honk. Outside the melting window, 2 dim dancers revived to run some hide and seek for me to hear. Honkety to honkety, honkety to honkety. Hey, it's Dexter Gordon. I heard he just got back from over there. And Wardell Gray, who's slipped to death in a pork pie hat. Chasing each other in and out the raindrops. Honkety, honk honk, honkety honk honk. Dexter, Wendell, chasing Dexter up and down the unctuous trunks of wet redwood stands. Dexter racing Wendell round and round the funky stumps of dead bebop bands. Honkety to honkety, honk honk. Dexter and Wardell playing tag. Touched you first, got you last. Make your point, honkety honk. Out there in the melting jungle as the Big Dog bumped through Bebop Junction. Bumpity to bumpity, bump bump. Sure, I'll cop that what bop has to do with ancient groves and rings around the rosy is all inside my shrunken head, which at the time was forced to ride inside a Greyhound bus on top of 2 very fragile shoulders in a county entirely populated by loggers. Con men sometimes pass themselves off as poets in order to slide free. Money isn't everything, and the rain always reveals lots of ragged memories. The zoot-suit roots of a slick city son of a Jew. And the rain always reveals lots of ragged memories. the zoot suit roots of a slick city son of a Jew.
Recurring themes of eroticism, crime, and less implicitly in this poem than most, revolution, into this kind of romantic gumbo of unapologetic longing for love, peace, and justice. You may gather in this poem from the price of a first-class stamp when it was written, which I think it's around 1981. Warning, there's also a number of proper names in the poem. For reasons it'll be obvious. Wanted. She is wanted. Catherine Louise Como, also known as Kathleen May Wright, Manon Minet, Catherine Ann James, Manon James, Kathy Wright, Manon Manet. She is wanted, also known as Catherine Scher, Catherine Louise Scher, Janice Thompson, Betty Cox, Darlene Cook, also known as Suzanne Bronson, Donna Todd, Mary Thomas, Janet Gross, Betty Bowers, Jessica Daniels, also known as Gypsy. She is wanted. Born Christmas 42, France, a tough war, a known Caucasian. She's wanted. She is wanted, and she has brown hair, brown eyes, and small bullet wound scars on her right shoulder and her right hip. In two of the mugshots, taken several years ago, Sacramento, California, her hair is pulled too taut atop her ears, and her swollen lower lip curls defiantly at the police photographer. In the third, taken months later, the unbraided hawsers of her hair tumble wantonly to her shoulders, and she looks like she wants to bite the arresting officer on the fat white folds of his throat. There are two sets of small, dangerous fingerprints: check forging fingerprints, mail fraud fingerprints, till tapping fingerprints. She is wanted by the FBI. She is wanted by the federal marshals. She is wanted by the U.S. mails. She is wanted in California, Oregon, Nevada, and 47 other states. She is wanted, and she is armed, and she is to be considered dangerous. And that small, I think, crescent-shaped scar on her smooth, white right hip still drives me 74 ways bananas every time I try to buy a 34-cent stamp.
Zapatista lives in my flower cupboard.
I remember when you went to Mexico.
That was a long time ago.
Oh my God, there he is with his little child.
What do you want? That's a while ago, huh?
He sure was handsome then.
I'm sorry.
He wasn't, huh?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You didn't buy her food and stuff?
That's a nice picture of him,
12
actually.
I see. I had all of these ones.
I think I had that.
I had all of those, and then when I got married, my husband didn't want me to have like that stuff, so they all got.
Come in and talk to me
I
about
didn't say hi to Mrs. Jones.
This was very cool.